Now, there is another chamber deep underground Loria City, and it's actually within a hidden part of the tunnel systems that work down there. It seems to be a bunker of sorts. And within that bunker, a strange energy begins to form. It crackles across the room, and several devices seem to spark and explode as this energy crackles across the room until this indigo violet mixed energy tears open a hole in space-time itself. And what lands forth from that, I'll go ahead and let you describe the appearance of that individual.
Well, given that it's a dark room and there's no one around, no one sees his face, he quickly collects some of the things that came through with him, starts to put him on, get rid of his, I guess, the training gi he would have had on from where he was. Kind of takes all his hair and rolls it up as best he can and stuffs it all under this helmet that he's just finished augmenting. And he's testing out the vocal cords to make sure it distorts his voice, just in case anyone here knows him by the sound of his voice.
Okay, so he's entered the arena. Now, as he comes to and he's done all this, and I'm assuming he has some sort of a HUD, like a heads-up display inside this helmet? Okay, so as he does, it all pings on and everything starts to log in and all that. You look around the room.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to look around the room specifically for anything, I'll let you know what your difficulty rating would be on it, or if you just want to do a quick scan.
I'll do a quick scan.
All right, so I'm just going to set that as a 10.
And that's going off perception?
Perception or investigation, any kind of...
That is a 20.
So are you saying you failed it?
No.
Quick scan?
You said the challenge rating was a 10.
Yeah.
Right? I rolled a 20.
Because we are now a roll
Going
over
above.
system.
Yes.
Yes.
So I succeeded with
I
style.
am here still. All right. So in the rollover system, you did very well. You succeeded with style. As you quick scan the room, you notice that there are several different prototypes of weaponry that was being built. You notice that there are several different chambers, like almost like cryo chambers lining the walls. And you see in big, bold print letters across the wall, Steintech.
Immediately I take out my katana and I just draw a big slash through it.
I'll allow it.
Stein.
Find your augmented voice.
I don't have a voice changer here.
Stein.
Oh, that was good.
Is it? Oh, the one with the helmet.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, get your voice in.
Can't augment my voice like that. Okay.
Yes, you can. I know
Try.
you're playing. Anyway, so you do that. Are you looking for a way out, or are you looking for just searching, or what?
Well, I'm going to look for a way out.
Okay, so it's not super difficult to find or anything. You see there are doors, these big, like security doors. They slide and meet together in the middle. They seem reinforced thick plate steel. But none of the electronics seem to be working in the room, since a majority of them just blew out from a surge of mysterious energy.
So it'd be like, try to forcing it open.
If you want to do strength, you can. If you want to try to manipulate the system in some way, try to power it back on, you can. It depends on you and your character.
He would try to use strength to open it.
All right, so we'll set that at 20.
14. And then we're adding what our attribute is, correct?
Yes. And any kind of
21.
skill that would give you
If
pluses.
I'm physique, so that would be 22.
All right, so you win. The door has not defeated you. You are better than John Cena. You run forward with your one good hand, and you just plow right into that door with your fist. And the door thunks off of its railing and then kind of warbles over to the side as it's shifted just enough to where you can fit through it, being such a slender man.
Won't that be loud enough for you to hear? I'm trying my best, guys. Work with me.
All right, Kylo Ren. Let's just keep it deep and scary. All right, so yeah, you're more than able to leave this facility now. Of course, as you walk out, what you see is just a series of dark tunnels.
I'm assuming my helmet gives me like kind of like a night vision type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was assuming.
I'm gonna go left.
All right.
Tunnels.
So you go left, and actually, I'm going to have you go ahead and continue down that tunnel. You see some sludge kind of built up on the walls, some accumulation of moisture on the ground. As you're walking, you can hear it kind of like squelching under your feet.
My boots.
It's moist and squelching.
It's a good sound effect.
Thank you. I feel like I could do an augmented voice.
This guy gives us brogue. He gives us Italian mobsters, and you ask him for a deep augmented voice, and he's like, I can't. All right, so that's what you're encountering right now. Just a long, dark tunnel, lots of squelching and moisture.
Disgusting.
I wonder if there's like a smell booster.
No,
inside
I would
the
hope not.
Okay.
No
So
smell of vision.
it's actually protecting you a little bit.
No smell of vision in the helmet.
So you continue to walk down the tunnels.
Yeah.
No real point and purpose, just walking.
Just walking and seeing where it leads.
All right. So it seems to just continue in tunnels that turn and course throughout the entirety of this place. You don't know if it's just one big facility. Like, did Stein build these things to go loop-de-loop around the facility just to drive people that were trying to escape crazy? Possible.
Let's see if there's any kind of like ladder or elevator that may take me up.
Okay, so just roll a 10 for perception.
I thought you said roll a 10 for introspection.
And introspection.
18.
Okay, so you hear what almost sounds like mocking derision and laughter. And then you hear as feet run from you quickly.
Oh my god.
He doesn't even have an arm.
God. He goes through the lessons that Jinbei taught him, and he starts to just practice his breathing. Just let it keep its head intact. If you wish to live, I suggest you show yourself.
And then it just continues to run after blowing a raspberry at you. But there seem to be multiple squelching footsteps.
I'm gonna see if I can track the footprints.
Okay. Sure, definitely.
Ooh. What was my genre?
10. It's deep, nasty sludge. Footprints were probably easy to find.
9.
Whoever this is knows these tunnels far better than you do and has actually like run backwards and forwards and sideways to confuse you.
Are they like freaking somersaulting here around me? Just
Yeah, you even see some handprints in the ground, like they
Okay,
are
that's weird.
cartwheeling around and seem to be quite playful about it.
I keep my sword drawn, and I'm gonna walk like I'm not paying attention, but I am paying attention, just to kind of give maybe I'm letting my guard down, but
Okay.
it's actually heightened.
As you continue to walk, you actually hear this "Hudunk," as something has just pelted the outside of your helmet. You look down and see a little piece of rubble. They just threw this rock at you, almost like a brick, but not a brick.
I guess I turn to the direction to see where, see what's there, if there's anything still there.
Okay, so as you turn, just give me a quick roll to see if you see anybody. You haven't succeeded yet on perceiving anybody, so.
I'm gonna continue to not succeed on perceiving anybody.
Okay, so, as you turn, you continue to hear snickers and laughs and the constant running of the footsteps, constantly guiding you one way or another.
Again, he's just gonna start breathing because he doesn't want to lose his cool. Remembers what happens when you lose your cool.
You lose an arm.
That, and your opponent gets the best of you.
Right, okay, yes, that's true. All right, so this one-armed tactical soldier with katana continues to walk through the tunnels. Now, Dean, you are at your headquarters. And as you are sitting there, you're actually running through lists of supplies that are needed. You are cataloging foods and drinks and clothing articles. You are going over lists of people, so you can do roll calls. Just going through monotonously through your lists, your daily schedules, your routine.
Okay.
Now, as you're doing that, two of the children that you take care of actually come running into your office. Little Frederick and Marie. And as they come running in, they seem overjoyed and laughing consistently.
Why are you guys all dirty? We just took a bath.
Well, but you know, I wanted to go for a run, and Marie did too, so we did. And there's nothing wrong with exercise. You're always telling us, go get some more exercise, see the sights, and do things. I didn't leave the tunnel, I swear.
This little kid's accent is killing me. Go take a bath.
No, well, I don't want to, though. I already did it.
Go do it again.
But there was this stupid one-armed man. I swear, it was the funniest thing you've ever seen. I threw this rock at him, and he kept turning around, but this one arm was just flailing around. It was like, oh man, where'd the other one go? He's out there. I don't know if you needed to know that or not. I'm gonna go take a bath now. Thank you, Mr. Dean.
Get back here.
No, I'm gonna take a bath.
Get back here. You saw a man in the tunnel.
Yeah.
He's still in the tunnel.
He was out there. He didn't seem to know how to walk straight for anything. He just kept walking in circles. It was dark. He was wearing a helmet, so I guess maybe he forgot to put eye holes in the helmet.
Did you
Remember that one time that Rocky put that bag on his head, but we didn't cut eye holes in it, and he just kept walking and bonking his head in the walls.
Did you tell the guards when you came in that there was a man in the tunnel?
Oh, well, I mean, I was running past, but I didn't see Soul's hammer, so I don't like talking to those other guys.
Go take a bath.
Oh, that was what I was going to do. You told me to...
Go.
Okay, fine.
And I'm going to go and probably first let Remy know what's going on and then go talk to the guards.
Okay, so as you walk deeper into your headquarters, there's actually a room that's closed off from everybody else. And you know that it's usually kept quite private, quite still, quite quiet, actually. But as you walk through a series of hanging sheets and curtains and whatever else you found to make a makeshift home and abode, and as you walk in, you see a candlelit empty space where Remy is sitting in the center of the room, communing and meditating deeply.
I'm going to interrupt him because that's what I do.
Yeah. All right. So you walk in and just cough real loud?
No, I'm just going to give him a heads up that there's a man in the tunnel and that I'm going to go get the guards because we don't have, mind.
Well, be careful. Remember, don't trust everybody that comes through here. We have to keep this place safe. Keep the children safe. It's paramount.
All right, I'm going to go find the guards. I'm assuming there would only be one, maybe two entrances to the tunnels from this location.
Yeah.
Probably one main entrance, so I'm going to go there and talk to the guards.
All right, so there's one guard on duty, and he's standing there. He knows that the kids just ran in past him, but they're the kids, and he didn't really think anything of it.
Is this guard anyone we already know?
No. Well, I mean, you probably do, but nobody special, just a guy.
Okay. I'm going to ask him if he's seen anyone. In the tunnels, not the kids.
Not the kids. No. Nothing's come by here.
I'm going to tell him that there's a dude in the tunnel.
A dude? What does he look like?
I don't know. One of the kids saw him.
Okay.
So
it's just a dude.
I'm assuming that we would have some stealthier type people that we could send out when we needed to. I'm going to send a couple of those out to kind of see just investigate, just watch and see what's going on.
Okay. So that's where you're at. You're in the tunnels.
Yes. Walking in circles, apparently.
Walking around.
No, I'm assuming with a HUD, is there a menu system that I'm able to access? Some sort of thing. There's maybe there's a map stored in it of this area inside the helmet. Maybe the heads-up display might have something like that. I'm not hopeful, considering by the looks of it. I'm assuming this tech is at least it's obsolete by many years. But
Do you have any kind of a hacking skill?
Nope. I do not.
Any kind of
Technology-based skills?
technology,
I hid
saved
things.
information?
I hit things.
That's where we're sitting then with how you work.
I'm gonna just keep walking. I'm gonna
This is like this thing. It's got like a respirator on it. Whatever you've augmented it to have with your technological abilities.
yeah.
And the ability to see at night.
So I guess as I'm walking, I'm gonna see if I see like any. Some facilities will have like maps or like colored stripes.
You are here.
Yeah, well, I know in some facilities
Arrows
like arrow pointing this way, like med bay this way, galley hall this way, armory that way. I'm gonna see if there's any kind of markings to indicate like a potential exit out of wherever I'm at.
Okay, so you do see there seem to be some kinds of markings on the wall, yellowish in color. They seem old and worn. Tell you what, I'll set you at a difficult rating of 5.
That's 14.
Okay, so you are able to read this language. You are able to make out what it says, and it says cistern in large yellow letters, and it has an arrow pointing in one direction.
Just gonna head that way, I guess. Be
Okay.
just staying here in the same place.
All right.
The
So you continue to
little
follow
gremlins of the tunnels are throwing crap at me.
You continue to follow the arrow that points towards the word that said cistern. As you do so, meanwhile, detective, you, Ruiz, and the other cop that came with you, Thornton. It's good that you keep track of your
Does he
people.
hear a what?
So as you're walking through the systems, you can actually see the sludge, you can see the mildew buildup. This is the same stuff that you analyzed from the apartment.
Well, this is definitely where he came from, whoever killed her. This doesn't seem like this would be a place Raphael would be. I don't think he's the one that did this. I think he was framed. That's just out of character. So I'm just start analyzing the area to see if there are any clues.
Okay. Use your detective skill and see what you got.
24.
Okay. So you see several markings on the walls. You can see that there's one that says power grid, big red letters, red arrow pointing one direction. Another one says cistern system, yellow letters, yellow arrow pointing another direction. So you know that a lot of this stuff's archaic and out of function. The 4-2 units have developed the city far past the uses of this place. And you see a series of footprints on the ground as well in the sludge.
Where do those lead?
They're going towards the power system, so it's following the red arrows, and they seem to be smaller in size, smaller footprints, barefoot.
I go to investigate that.
Okay. So as you continue to walk down the system, go ahead and let you roll for any kind of perception that you have. And set it at a 20.
No.
Okay, so it's like you heard something faint. You heard something kind of faint in the distance, almost like there was somebody there, but then it was so subtle, you kind of shrugged it off. Maybe it was one of the cops with you. They just made a noise that you registered. You couldn't quite tell. So you continue to walk down towards the red arrows.
I really do not like this smell. I press a button on the collar that causes you see nanites kind of flow up, and now I have a helmet.
Okay. It's always good to have the
That's kinda
ability
cool.
to not smell things. Now, as you continue to walk down, you actually see what looks like a bunch of wreckage, rubble, broken boards, and just random collection of garbage and waste right in the middle of your path.
I want to investigate to see if there's any hidden entrances or such.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and set that at a 25.
Dang it, just one below. 24 out of 25.
Okay, so as you're continuing to pull on things and look around to see if there's any kind of doors or anything. Dean, the alarm system goes off, the silent alarm system goes off in your headquarters that you had set up, rigged to the entrances so that you would know if
I forgot
anyone
we
was
put
there.
that there. How handy.
was a good idea. You had planned for it ahead of time. You were like, but what if?
So does that mean they're in the compound or they're coming up the tunnel?
You can tell that this silent alarm is actually set. You and Soul's Hammer had actually set it towards the west side tunnel. And it means that somebody is fiddling around with the camouflaged entrance you have.
What happened to my dudes I sent out?
They're following a dude. You told them to follow a dude, to find him and follow him, and they are doing so.
So they're like just watching him fiddle with our alarm system out
They
there?
are not watching him fiddle with your alarm system.
I thought there was only one tunnel entrance.
They're following the dude that you sent them to follow.
Useless. This is why,
How
this
dare
is why
they
I should
follow
have
my
done this
exact
myself.
orders? You
How dare they not improvise on the go?
I'm gonna go investigate what's going on.
Okay. So very easily on your side of things, as you walk up, you can tell that there seems to be Runestrom guards, hired Runestrom officials outside the secret entrance that you have. One of them has a very technologically advanced armor, a utility belt, a long coat, and a helmet to not smell things.
What are you? I have a gun, but I'm not gonna pull it out right now. What are you doing here? Why are you fiddling with that?
So you would describe to him how you would appear to him.
I'm dressed in clean but sort of ragged clothes. I have short-ish
She looks homeless.
blue hair. Yes, I would look homeless, but I'm not homeless. This is my home. So what are you doing here?
She looks like a ragamuffin, but with pretty blue hair.
vagabond.
I'm a sexy ragamuffin.
She's a
Now,
ragamuffin.
what are you doing at my
Ragablonde.
house? I did not invite you here.
Sounds like a fashion style.
It looks like. Have you seen her character? It looks like derelict. You know, it looks really nice.
We're the homeless of the future, okay?
Yes.
With my helmet on.
Well, that looks interesting. So, we're here investigating a murder.
Nobody here's been murdered.
And then
Yes,
you
I'm
get
well
stabbed.
aware of that. I'm here investigating a murder atop side.
Then why are you down here?
Because this is where the clues led me.
They led you in this direction of the tunnel or to the tunnels in general?
This direction.
None of my orphans would have murdered anyone.
Okay, is there anything else down here that we should be aware of?
Yes.
What?
But we're not going to take you there. Well, they're not going to take you there. You should probably come and talk to Remy about this. And I'm going to lead them to him.
Okay,
Because
so
he's not going to.
as you
he's going
walk
to decide
in,
if he's going to trust him or
you
not.
see a series of bunks and beds lined up in the encaves in the walls. Any kind of like pipe that they could have, a broken pipe that they could have slept inside of if it was big enough. But you see children everywhere, small children ranging up to some of them becoming teenagers, all lounging about and laying down. This is nighttime, and Adine has given them a strict bedtime, and many of them try not to mess with her on that. Frederick sometimes breaks the rules, but she's already sent him to take a bath again. And then you walk to the cinder. You actually walk through a series of curtains and drapes that are hung over, and you see a man sitting in the center of the room, longer hair, short stubble beard on his face, series of scars across his arms and chest, and what seem to be strange markings painted on the ground around him, and candles lit all around him.
As we walk through, I'm like motioning because all of the older kids would have had like some kind of weapon. Like
And the guards as
watching
well.
this
You
kid.
can see
Watching
larger
this guy
guards
walk
and
through.
everything.
I would like to ask a few questions if you don't mind the time.
I'm sorry, but if you'd like to speak to me, maybe you could show me your face and speak to me like a man.
I just press a button and
And then it goes away.
It smells of patchouli and vanilla.
No,
This
that's
is
Remy.
far better than it
It is.
smelled out there. Like,
It's all the candles.
It is the candles. He's been smudging incense.
what is it I can do for you? One of my closest friends, his wife was murdered topside. The clues led down to the tunnels.
Well, that is
Something
disturbing, of course. I'm sorry to hear about your friend's wife. Of course, we don't take any concern with the topside, and I'm sure Dean has told you in her own fiery way. My children would have nothing to do with such actions.
Well, I highly doubt they could have done anything that was done there.
Then we agree my children have no interest to you. Or Runestrom Industries, I see.
She said that there's something down here. Something that's terrible?
Oh, yes, in the cistern. I guess we might as well talk about it. There have been disturbing disappearances. I've kept the children as safe as I can at all times. Adine has done so by setting strict mandates, mandatory bedtimes. She is quite good at keeping them in line. They respond to her well. And it is our job to see that the children, the wave of the future, technology-free, are allowed to grow happy and peaceful. But some of the guards, the ones who have returned from the cistern, have told me that they have seen strange growth patterns. Some kind of plant growing on the tunnels and in the walls.
Yes, that's where I need to be.
Well, like I said, that's the cistern, and I wouldn't even have to compel myself to have a vision to tell you that much.
The being that killed her had immense strength. Was able to pry open a steel door with their bare hands, it seems like.
Well, then it seems that I will be wishing you the best of luck in surviving whatever it is that will occur in the cistern. But as I've said, neither myself, my guards, nor the children will go down that direction. Only a fool would follow that path. But you seem to be a very well-armed fool, so I wish you the best of luck. Adine, can you at least show him the way and then come back? I don't need them lost in our tunnels any longer than they need to be.
Yes.
Thank you, my love.
I'll press the button for the helmet to go back up.
You only take the mask off to speak.
Is it like this kind of helmet?
Oh no, it just goes all the way up.
Oh. I was thinking
Over.
like Sub-Zero.
Dialogue. Put the mask back on.
No, exposition.
Exposition. Back on.
Okay, so I'm gonna take them out. I have everything that I already need on me already.
Okay.
I have a communication device listed that links me to back to the headquarters, but I don't think it would weigh anything. It's like a tiny thing. Do I have to put that as something that weighs something?
No.
So I've got everything that I need.
Okay. So you're more than able to guide him down to where the cistern is. You know it well. You don't even have to look for any kind of yellow arrows on the wall. You know this place very well. As you're walking with him, you may talk to him if you want to. You may not. I don't know if it makes any sense to you to get to know him.
Is there anything I should know about this place?
It's dark.
I see that.
We don't go to the cistern. Over time, the plants that grow from the cistern have gotten bigger. So, and taking up more of the tunnels. So all the children know that when they see those, they go the other direction. We haven't had anyone break that rule. Although that's probably what Freddie was doing out there.
Darn that Frederick.
We don't know what's going on because we don't investigate it. Remy says there's some kind of energy, so we don't investigate.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to investigate.
And as you two continue to walk down the tunnel towards the cistern, of course, masked mystery
Talon.
man, Talon, you are also walking that way. You do see that there is some sort of strange growth on the walls, vines and veins in the walls, cracking the concrete all around you. And you don't really smell anything because you're wearing this helmet that blocks smell, so you're fine. But you do see that there is more sludge building up as you're moving deeper and deeper into that part of the tunnel. Meanwhile, above ground level, one of the 4-2 units has been working tirelessly to clean this one section.
I do not tire.
Right, tirelessly, without tire.
Tire.
But this sludge continues to keep showing up at this one part of the street. And as he cleans, and each day he has come back and cleaned this one part, and there seems to be a crack in the ground where this sludge continues to show up.
Okay, I assume he's analyzed it in the past.
He has. He knows it is just muckety muck with some filth and some mildew, but it keeps on showing up right here.
So there's nothing significant about like its molecular structure or like if it has DNA.
It has some broken down plant enzymes and machine oil and mildew,
So it's a community of different organisms?
all growing on each other like a fungus. But at this one drainage port on the street, it just continues, like the sludge keeps coming up and out and then seems to go in different directions, but it keeps on showing up here, and every time he's cleaned it, every day, something new right there.
So he concludes that it's pointless to keep cleaning it. He has to find the source of the sludge and eliminate it.
That makes sense. That is very rational, 4-2. So the rest of the community agrees with you. Your logic is sound.
Of course.
You have worked well within the hive mind, and they will continue to do their tasks as you take care of your task. So you know that it's easy enough for you to fit within this drainage area between the street and the sidewalk.
All right.
You might not want to get dirty. I don't know how you feel about dirt and filth, but
We do not have the same kind of feelings that you do.
okay. So you just climb on.
God, who speaks to me.
You may call me Supreme. The Supreme Mind.
You will not be the supreme mind for much longer.
Oh my god.
Oh no. He's going to take me over.
This is how we win, guys. We get him to plot against himself.
And then John McClay is the GM from now on. Sorry, guys. He took over.
4-2 is
4-2.
the GM. That is not logical. You cannot do that.
So yeah, it's easy enough for you to climb in this part right here.
All right. Is there a way, can I see a path to teleport to make this quicker? Or do I just jump into the sludge and follow it down?
That's up to you. Would you rather teleport, or would you like to just jump in the sludge?
If I can see or sense a path that I could follow, I could just jump to the end.
Well, that definitely seems like something I'll let you roll for.
Okay.
Roll your d20, difficulty rating of 15, and see if you can trace. You can do a quick scan of the area, see if there's some sort of energy or end path in mind. This would be running off of intellect to investigate.
Bleep bloop blop.
So I just add 10.
Bleep bloop blop. Bleep bloop blop. He's beatboxing. Let's see here.
Yeah, well, perception would be more like wisdom, perceiving the area. This is like investigate. He wants to know if there's some place he can go.
Add 10 to whatever I roll. 20. So I rolled a 30. I mean, I rolled 20, I got 30.
Yeah, so you did very well. You can actually analyze that there seems to be an energy residue in the sludge. Huh?
I get a fate?
Oh, he got 10 over. Yeah, he's good. We're going to give you a white one.
Ooh. That's 4-2's favorite color.
I know.
Because he is pure.
I helped design him.
I hope.
No,
you
I
made
just drew it off your methodology. But no, as you trace the sludge, you can see that there's an energy residue on the sludge. You can actually see that there seems to be a stronger resonance of energy at a particular point. And
What kind of energy? Is it thermal energy? Is it electromagnetic energy?
it is.
Is it glowing?
It is biological in nature,
So electrochemical?
seemingly an amalgamation of electrochemical signatures.
Get used to John as 4-2. Because John the Red would have been like, this sludge.
I'm jumping in! Oh, it's
I'm
delicious!
putting it in my bucket.
This is going straight on my bread, and it's my new jam.
Stinkberry jam.
It's got undefined energy qualities to it.
But yeah, you see that there's an amalgamation of biochemical resonances that have a
Okay.
serious focal point.
I take a sample and put it into my internal compartment.
Your internal compartment immediately begins to analyze and break down all enzymes that you have entered into your compartment.
Bleep, bloop, blop. Ooh, that's a good one. Wow. That's cool. I like it. All right. All right. So I could see a clear path.
You can see a clear path.
Can I
All you have to do
teleport?
is roll for teleportation.
All right.
At a difficulty rating of 20, just because there's a few walls and muckety muck in your way.
See what we got. So that's plus 10, plus 1, well, plus 3. So that's, yeah, I'm over 20. Because I rolled a 12. Well, I didn't have to add that. I rolled 12. So that's 20.
He
Four?
succeeded.
Something like that. I succeeded.
You teleport.
Do the sound effect. Whoa.
That's not what I thought it was going to sound
That is not what I
That's
thought.
the internal combustion system starting to power
Oh,
up,
yeah.
and then that's the noise that
Oh,
makes.
can I do the
when-
thing where it goes like in, like everything goes
Yeah,
in?
everything kind of like sucks in real quick.
And then there's like this kind of like bubble effect.
There's an implosion on this end.
Well, like a ripple in space where it's like bloop.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it happened. But I mean, like as it implodes here, it goes.
Yeah.
And then on the other end, it goes explode.
Yeah. Oh, quantum teleportation. That's how he's going to the quantum realm. He gets really tiny and then tunnels, quantum tunnels, to wherever he wants to go, and then comes out.
And then as you appear, it actually seems like everything around you ripples in a bubble.
Yeah.
Like it warps outward, but then it returns to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
shape
yeah.
that it's supposed to have.
Perfect.
And you just go.
No, I don't do that because I'm a robot. Actually, I'm an android. I'm not.
All right.
Because I'm a humanoid robot.
That's true. You are
So
an android.
you show up in the tunnel, and as you do, there actually seems to be an individual about 10 paces ahead of you. And if you want to find out who that individual is, and if everybody else wants to find out what's going to happen to all these people in this crazy, dirty tunnel, then you have to tune in with us next time on Valos Twilight. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, share with all your friends. And hey, Grandma, tell your grandson about this show. We know it's your favorite, but he's going to like it too. Until then, this is your GM, Tony, signing off.